It is no accident that you are here right now. This moment, this very message, has found you for a reason. If you feel drawn to these words, chosen one, it's because something deep within your spirit already knows. Everything is about to change. You have endured battles that most people will never understand. You have walked through fire, carrying burdens that were never meant for ordinary hands. You've faced rejection, loneliness, confusion, and moments where you wondered if you had been forgotten. But hear this: you were never forgotten. Every tear, every silent prayer, every late-night plea has been seen, heard, and accounted for. And now, a shift is happening. Your struggles are not just fading, they are ending. The doors that were locked shut are about to open, and the weight you've been carrying is about to be lifted. You may not have realized it, but you have been in training this entire time. The trials that broke others only strengthened you. The storms that wiped others out only deepened your faith. You have been shaped, refined, and positioned for a moment such as this. A moment when the pain turns into purpose, when the battles transform into blessings, and when the waiting gives way to a supernatural breakthrough. But here's the question: are you ready to receive it? Because this is not just another day. This is your defining moment. If this message speaks to you, if your spirit is stirring with recognition, I invite you to take an action of faith. Type 777 in the comments below. This is more than just engagement. It is a declaration, a signal to the heavens, a confirmation that you are ready to step into what has been prepared for you. Your words have power. Let this be the moment when you align your faith with what God is about to release into your life. And to those who have sown into this mission through Super Thanks, your support is a blessing beyond words. You are not just giving, you are planting seeds in a divine movement, and I pray that God multiplies your generosity 100-fold. Thank you for believing, for standing in faith, and for walking this journey with us. Now take a moment and reflect. What if everything you've endured was never meant to break you, but to build you? What if the struggles, the setbacks, the delays, all of it, were divinely orchestrated to bring you to this moment of release? Can you feel it? The shift in the atmosphere. Something is moving, something is changing. Stay with me, because what you are about to hear will confirm what your spirit already knows. Your breakthrough is closer than you ever imagined. Let's step into this revelation together. God's chosen ones, your struggles are over. A new season of victory begins. One, recognizing the end of a cycle. Chosen one, every storm in life carries a purpose, and every trial has a divine expiration date. The struggles you've endured, the mountains you've climbed, and those seemingly endless nights spent questioning your path were not random nor meaningless. These moments were part of a divine plan to mold you, to refine your spirit like gold in the fire. As challenging as this season has been, it wasn't designed to break you. It was orchestrated to prepare you for something extraordinary. And now, that season of hardship is reaching its end. Have you begun to notice a shift in the atmosphere? The weight that once pressed so heavily on your shoulders feels lighter, doesn't it? Perhaps areas in your life that were stagnant are beginning to move again. Relationships that once drained your spirit are dissolving, and in their place you find connections that uplift and encourage you. Doors that once seemed sealed shut are beginning to creak open, revealing glimpses of new opportunities. Does it all feel like a coincidence? It's not. These are divine signals, God's way of showing you that the chapter of struggle is closing, making way for a season filled with joy, abundance, and purpose. This transformation may feel almost dreamlike. After dwelling so long in survival mode, the idea of stepping into peace and ease might seem foreign, but this is your new reality, a gift carefully prepared for you. Consider the words of Isaiah 61:3, which remind us that God gives a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. Each tear you've cried, every doubt that gnawed at your faith, and every sleepless night were the chisels that shaped you into the person you are today. Can you sense how far you've come? You've been strengthened, molded, and equipped in ways you never imagined. What new challenges will you now face with this wisdom? How will the strength you've developed become a blessing to others? As you stand at this turning point, remember, you are no longer a victim of circumstance. You are victorious, stepping boldly into a divine promise where the pain of yesterday becomes the fuel for tomorrow's triumphs. Trust this transition, for it is not only the end of a season, it is the beginning of your destiny. Reflect for a moment on the person you were when this challenging cycle began. Can you even recognize that version of yourself now? You've changed, chosen one. The trials you've faced compelled you to reach depths within your soul that you never knew existed. They pushed you to discover patience when answers were delayed, to summon strength when giving up felt like the only option, and to recognize your own immeasurable worth. This isn't merely the conclusion of a difficult season, it's a profound transformation. The pain you endured wasn't wasted, it's being transformed into purpose. As Romans 8:28 reminds us, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. The challenges that once loomed as unscalable walls have become stepping stones, propelling you toward your higher calling. These trials didn't defeat you, they refined you, sculpting you into a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version of yourself. Can you feel the shift within, as if a new chapter is unfolding before your very eyes? The universe, God's intricate masterpiece, has been orchestrating every step of your journey. It has seen your perseverance even when no one else noticed. It has heard your whispered prayers, your cries of desperation, and the affirmations you clung to when all seemed lost. Now, in a divine display of faithfulness, those prayers are being answered in ways you could scarcely imagine. What does it feel like to witness the seeds of faith you planted begin to bloom? This is not simply the end of a struggle, it is the dawn of a new era in your life, an era marked by freedom, joy, and an open invitation to step fully into your purpose. Have you noticed the signs, the synchronicities, the unexpected blessings, and the calm replacing the chaos? They're not mere coincidences. These are divine confirmations that the storm has passed and the skies are clearing. Jeremiah 29:11 promises, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Do you believe that this future is unfolding for you now? Embrace this season of renewal, for it is a gift born of your endurance. This is your moment to shed the weight of the past, to step boldly into the abundance waiting for you, and to celebrate the beauty of what's ahead. The journey has prepared you, chosen one, and what lies before you is greater than you've ever dreamed. Are you ready to fully receive it? 2. The lessons in the pain. Why you had to endure. Chosen. 1. As you step into this new chapter of your life, take a moment to reflect deeply on the trials that brought you here. Pain, though often difficult to understand in the moment, serves as one of life's greatest teachers. Each hardship, every setback, and even the tears you thought would never stop flowing had a purpose far greater than the suffering itself. These moments weren't just random or meaningless. They were intentional, shaping you into the extraordinary person you were always destined to become. It wasn't easy, and it may not have felt fair, but it was absolutely essential for your growth and elevation. Consider the lessons hidden within the pain. Perhaps you uncovered a strength you never thought you possessed. Did you learn to set boundaries where you once allowed others to take advantage? Did you finally see your own worth and begin to value yourself as God values you? Maybe you found your voice, learned to trust your intuition, or realized the power of saying no to things that didn't align with your purpose. These lessons are not trivial. They are transformative. The trials you endured were never meant to destroy you. They were meant to equip you, to fortify you, and to prepare you for the greatness that awaits. Sometimes God allows us to walk through seasons of pain and uncertainty because He's preparing us for a purpose we cannot yet see. As Romans 5:3-4 reminds us, we glory in our sufferings because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, and character, hope. Have you noticed how much resilience you've built through these trials? The struggles stripped away what no longer served you, even when it felt like unbearable loss. Yet, in that stripping away, you've gained clarity, patience, and the strength to withstand future challenges. Without these trials, would you be ready for the blessings that are on their way? The beauty of this process is that nothing you've endured will go to waste. Every lesson learned and every scar earned will serve as a foundation for the abundant life God is calling you into. The pain wasn't a punishment, it was a preparation. As you stand at the threshold of this new chapter, think about how the wisdom you've gained will guide your next steps. How will the boundaries you've set protect your peace? How will the strength you've discovered empower you to seize new opportunities? Chosen one, trust that everything you've experienced was a vital part of your transformation. The pain may have seemed endless, but it was a catalyst, propelling you into a version of yourself that is capable of receiving and stewarding the blessings ahead. Remember, God promises in Isaiah 61:7, instead of your shame, you will receive a double portion, and instead of disgrace, you will rejoice in your inheritance. Can you feel the weight of that promise? The trials have ended, but their lessons will carry you forward into a season of joy, abundance, and fulfillment. This is your moment to rise, stronger and wiser than ever before. 3. The signs of transformation, recognizing the shift. As the energy around you begins to shift, chosen one, the universe will start to reveal unmistakable signs that your life is moving in a new divine direction. These signs may appear subtle at first, but as you tune in and pay attention, their significance becomes undeniable. Have you been noticing repeating numbers like 111, 444, or 777? These patterns are not random, they're divine messages, symbolic of alignment and a higher calling. Perhaps unexpected opportunities are beginning to surface, or a newfound sense of calm is replacing the chaos that once surrounded you. These are the whispers of transformation, gently nudging you toward your destiny. You may also observe that certain relationships or situations seem to be naturally falling away. While this might initially feel like loss, it's actually the universe clearing space for what's meant to come. Consider John 15:2, which reminds us, "He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, He prunes so that it will be even more fruitful." Letting go can feel like a painful process, but it's necessary for growth. The connections and circumstances being removed from your life were not aligned with your purpose. Can you feel the freedom and lightness that come with releasing what no longer serves you? During this time, your intuition will become sharper, almost like an internal compass guiding you toward your next steps. Pay attention to the quiet whispers of your heart, those gut feelings that seem to know the truth before your mind catches up. Perhaps you feel drawn to new places, people, or opportunities that align with your soul's journey. These aren't coincidences, their divine appointments. How often do we dismiss these intuitive nudges, only to later realize they were leading us to exactly where we needed to be? Trust these feelings, even if they defy logic or reason. Proverbs 3:5 encourages us to trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. The universe is speaking to you in ways that words cannot fully capture, affirming that you are indeed on the right path. Every sign you encounter is both a confirmation of your alignment and an invitation to step boldly into this new reality. Take this time to remain present and open. Look for synchronicities, the little miracles that remind you that life is working in your favor. When an opportunity arises out of nowhere, or a sense of peace washes over you in the middle of uncertainty, embrace it with gratitude. These signs are not just random occurrences, they are sacred evidence that transformation is unfolding in your life. Chosen one, the signs are more than confirmations of what's happening. They're a glimpse into what's ahead. They're the universe's way of calling you into your purpose, asking you to trust the process, even when the path seems unclear. Are you ready to accept this invitation and step fully into the life that awaits you? Know that each sign is a promise of the beautiful reality you're stepping into, one filled with abundance, purpose, and divine alignment. 4. Letting go of the old, creating space for the new. To fully step into this season of renewal, chosen one, you must master the sacred art of release. The pain of past wounds, the lingering regrets, the endless what-ifs, and the stories you've repeated about how things might have been different. All of these must now be laid to rest. These experiences were not without purpose. They served as powerful teachers, imparting lessons that forged your resilience and wisdom. Yet their season in your life is over. It's time to open your hands and let them go, creating room for the extraordinary blessings that are poised to flow into your life. Letting go is an act of deep faith, and though it is sacred, it is far from easy. Releasing the familiar, even when it no longer serves you, requires immense courage. There's a strange comfort in holding on to what's known, even if it weighs you down. But reflect on Hebrews 12:1, which urges us to throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. How can you run toward your purpose while carrying the weight of old pain and outdated stories? This is your moment to release those burdens. Let go of the habits, patterns, and narratives that have tethered you to a version of yourself that no longer exists. What would it feel like to release the chains of self-doubt and regret? As you begin this process of letting go, you'll notice an extraordinary transformation taking place within you. The heaviness that once consumed your spirit will begin to lift. Those burdens you thought were unmovable will dissolve as if swept away by a divine hand. Clarity will replace confusion, and peace will take the place of turmoil. Can you imagine what it would feel like to step into each day unencumbered, with a heart light enough to embrace the possibilities God has in store for you? Isaiah 43:18-19 offers reassurance. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I'm doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? The past has fulfilled its purpose. It prepared you for this very moment. By letting go, you are not denying the significance of your experiences. Instead, you are honoring them for the role they played in your growth, while allowing yourself the freedom to move forward. Imagine your life as a garden. How can new seeds of abundance and joy take root if the soil remains cluttered with old debris? This act of release is how you create fertile ground for your future. Chosen one, the process may feel uncertain, even uncomfortable, but it is through this surrender that you will find your liberation. What once felt impossible will now seem within reach, because you've cleared the path for it. Are you ready to release what no longer serves you and step boldly into the life God has prepared for you? Trust that as you let go, the new blessings coming your way will not only fill the empty spaces, but will overflow with abundance and purpose. Letting go, chosen one, is not about loss, it's about creation. By releasing what no longer serves you, you're not leaving an empty space behind. You're opening a door to blessings, opportunities, and connections that are designed to align with the person you are becoming. This sacred act requires trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the divine timing of the universe, and trust that as you release pain, regrets, and outdated relationships, you're making room for joy, love, and abundance. Can you feel the freedom that comes from believing that what's ahead is greater than anything left behind? Releasing what no longer serves you is an act of faith. It's trusting that the relationships you've outgrown will be replaced by those that uplift and inspire you. It's knowing that the opportunities you lost weren't part of God's plan for you, and that what's coming is immeasurably greater than anything you could have imagined. Jeremiah 29:11 assures us, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." How comforting is it to know that the universe doesn't take away without preparing to give back in abundance. The process of letting go may feel unsettling at first. You might question your choices or worry about what lies ahead. But remember, chosen one, growth rarely feels comfortable. It challenges you, pulling you out of your comfort zone and into your greatest potential. Just as a seed must break open to sprout, you too must endure moments of discomfort to step fully into your purpose. Isn't it fascinating how the moments that stretch us the most often bring us the closest to our dreams? Each step you take in letting go is a step toward the life you've been longing for. This is not about forgetting the past, but honoring it for the role it played while choosing not to let it define you. Letting go is an act of self-love. It's a bold declaration that you refuse to carry burdens that weigh you down any longer. It's a commitment to your own peace, joy, and alignment, a statement that you are ready to prioritize the life you deserve over the comfort of the familiar. As you release the old, you send a powerful message to the universe. I am ready. I trust in your plan. This is not an act of surrender to emptiness, but an act of creation, for the space you clear becomes fertile ground for new beginnings. Think of this as a divine exchange. Your release plants seeds of possibility, and these seeds will blossom into the most beautiful expressions of your dreams and desires. Do you see how this process, though difficult, is inherently hopeful and creative? Trust in the wisdom of God's plan, chosen one. The relationships, opportunities, and experiences leaving your life have fulfilled their purpose. They're making way for something far greater. As Ecclesiastes 3:1 reminds us, to everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. This is not just a moment of letting go, it's a moment of rebirth. You're stepping into a season where your life will reflect the highest version of yourself, the person God has always known you could be. Embrace this transformation with open arms and an open heart. Trust that the best is yet to come, and know that as you release the old, you are creating space for unimaginable joy and abundance. What will you do with this new beginning? How will you embrace the life you've been destined to live? The answers are already unfolding, and they are more beautiful than you could ever have dreamed. 5. The role of faith. Trusting the process. Faith, chosen one, has been the unshakable anchor in the storm of your journey. Through the darkest nights, when the path ahead seemed obscured by doubt and fear, you clung to the hope that transformation was possible. That hope, that faith, was never misplaced. It was the quiet but powerful force that sustained you, aligning your heart and mind with the possibility of renewal. Faith isn't only about believing in something greater than yourself. It's about trusting that you too are part of that greatness. It's trusting that within you lies the strength, wisdom, and resilience to overcome any obstacle. Can you see now how every step you've taken, even the ones clouded in uncertainty, has been divinely orchestrated to bring you to this point? As you step into this new season, let faith continue to be your guiding star. Trust that the universe, God's creation, has a plan for you, even when the entire picture isn't yet revealed. Just as the Proverbs 3:5-6 reminds us, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. How many times have delays and detours in your life led to something greater than you imagined? These moments weren't setbacks, they were preparations, each one shaping you for this breakthrough. Faith is not a passive feeling, it is an active choice. It's choosing to believe in the good that is yet to come, even when circumstances seem bleak. It's choosing to trust that every closed door was a redirection toward a better one, and every unanswered prayer was a blessing in disguise. Reflect on the power of faith you've already witnessed in your life. The times when you thought you couldn't go on but did. The moments when grace appeared just when you needed it most. Weren't these proof of something greater at work? Now, as you move forward, let faith be your compass. Trust not only in God's plan, but in your ability to navigate whatever lies ahead. Imagine the freedom of knowing that you don't need to have all the answers right now, because your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. How would your life change if you truly believed that every trial, every tear, and every triumph was leading you closer to the blessings destined for you? Faith also requires surrender. It's trusting that the best is yet to come, even when you can't yet see it. Consider the words of Jeremiah 17:7-8, which say, "Blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him. They will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream. It does not fear when heat comes. Its leaves are always green." This kind of faith allows you to remain grounded and flourishing, even in times of uncertainty. You've already demonstrated the extraordinary power of faith, chosen one. It was faith that carried you through the storms, and it is faith that will lead you into this next chapter. Trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor, that God is making all things work together for your good. What will you do now with this unshakable foundation of faith? How will you allow it to shape your decisions, your actions, and your outlook as you embrace the season of abundance and renewal? Faith is not just the bridge that brought you here, it's the wings that will carry you forward. So step boldly into the life that awaits you, knowing that you are held, guided, and deeply loved. The best is yet to come, and you are ready to receive it. 6. The dawn of abundance, welcoming what you deserve. Chosen one, the storm has passed, and the dawn of a new season is here. As the light begins to illuminate your path, you are stepping into a time of abundance so extraordinary that it feels almost surreal. This is not just a fleeting moment of relief. It is the culmination of everything you have endured and everything you have fought to hold on to. Every tear you shed, every step you took when the journey seemed impossible, and every ounce of faith you clung to in the darkness has brought you to this divine reward. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, has been orchestrating this chapter just for you, and now the moment has arrived for you to embrace it fully. The trials you faced were never meant to break you. They were meant to transform you. They shook you out of your comfort zone, stripped away illusions, and aligned you with the highest version of yourself. Think of the words in James 1:12. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. Every challenge you overcame was a step toward the blessings that are now ready to flow into your life. Do you see how the pain, though difficult, was preparing you for this abundance? The strength you've gained, the resilience you've built, and the lessons you've learned have all prepared you to receive these blessings. Would you have been ready for this moment if you hadn't endured the fire that refined you? The struggles that once seemed insurmountable have become the foundation upon which your new reality is built. Nothing was wasted. Every experience had a purpose, paving the way for the fulfillment you are about to experience. Now, as this season of abundance unfolds, it's time to shift your mindset. You are no longer striving to survive. You are stepping into a life where thriving is your new normal. Can you open your heart fully to receive what you deserve? This abundance is not something you need to chase or force. It is already aligned with you. Just as Deuteronomy 28:12 promises, the Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of his bounty, to send rain on your land in season, and to bless all the work of your hands. How will you step into this promise, knowing that the blessings before you are both earned and divinely appointed? This chapter is also a call to gratitude. As you begin to experience the fruits of your faith and perseverance, take time to reflect on the journey that brought you here. Gratitude will not only magnify your blessings, but also deepen your connection to the divine. What are you most thankful for in this moment? How has your faith carried you, even when you couldn't see the way forward? Chosen one, this is your time. The abundance flowing into your life is not just material, it's spiritual, emotional, and deeply fulfilling. It's the relationships that uplift you, the opportunities that align with your purpose, and the peace that surpasses understanding. Let this new season remind you of the promise in Isaiah 61. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. Your light is shining brighter than ever, and the universe is responding with overflowing blessings. Embrace this moment with an open heart and a spirit of joy. Trust that what is coming into your life is not just enough, it's more than enough. You are stepping into a reality that reflects your highest self and aligns perfectly with your divine purpose. This is not just the dawn of abundance, it is the beginning of a life filled with endless possibilities, love, and joy. The question now is not whether you deserve it, because you do, but how fully you will allow yourself to receive it. Are you ready to claim the abundance that has always been waiting for you? Abundance, chosen one, is so much more than material wealth or visible achievements. True abundance is a deep well of fulfillment, a profound inner peace, and a life that aligns perfectly with your soul's highest calling. In this new chapter, you will encounter opportunities that resonate deeply with your spirit, connections that uplift and inspire you, and experiences that reaffirm your worth and your divine path. Picture yourself surrounded by people who not only recognize your value, but cherish your energy and contribute to your joy and growth. These relationships and moments create a richness in life that far surpasses monetary gain. This is abundance in its truest sense. Have you begun to notice that areas of your life that once felt stagnant or challenging now flow with remarkable ease? Doors you thought were closed are suddenly swinging open. Opportunities you've dreamed of are showing up without the need for relentless effort. This is the beauty of divine alignment, the universe responding to the energy you've poured out. Your love, kindness, faith, and tireless perseverance are being returned to you, multiplied in ways that defy explanation. This is not mere coincidence or luck, chosen one. As Galatians 6:9 reminds us, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. What you are experiencing now is the harvest of your unwavering commitment to staying true to your path. The abundance pouring into your life is not accidental. It is the natural result of your alignment with your highest self. It is a divine reward for your resilience, growth, and faithfulness, proving that the universe is always working in your favor. Yet, as you step into this season of abundance, it's crucial to approach it with open arms and an open heart. Let go of any lingering doubts or fears that whisper you are not ready or unworthy of these blessings. Trust in the work you've done and in the person you've become. Remember, Ephesians 3:20 promises that God is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to His power that is at work within us. The blessings before you are evidence that the universe knows you are fully prepared for this moment. Can you feel the weight of that affirmation? Abundance also requires gratitude. Recognize the journey that brought you here and honor the challenges that refined you. Each struggle was a stepping stone, each delay a lesson in patience, and each closed door a redirection towards something better. Now, the ease you're experiencing is not just a blessing, it's the fruit of every seed you've planted, watered by your faith and resilience. This is your moment to bask in the abundance that has always been meant for you. Trust that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. How will you step fully into this season, free of fear and hesitation? Will you allow yourself to embrace the joy, fulfillment, and peace that have been waiting for you? Chosen one, this is your time. The universe has conspired to align every detail in your favor, and the blessings you are receiving now are just the beginning. Open your heart, release your doubts, and step boldly into the life you've always been destined to live. As you enter this new chapter, chosen one, let this truth guide you. Abundance is not meant to be hoarded. It is meant to flow. The blessings pouring into your life are not just for you to enjoy, but for you to share, creating ripples that uplift and inspire those around you. When you receive with gratitude and give with generosity, you become a vessel through which abundance continues to circulate. This act of sharing not only blesses others, but keeps the cycle of prosperity alive in your own life. As Luke 6:38 reminds us, give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together and running over, will be poured into your lap. This is your time, chosen one. Every storm you weathered, every obstacle you overcame, and every moment of faith you clung to has brought you to this point. You've shown the universe and yourself that you are strong, capable, and deserving of the life you've been dreaming of. Reflect for a moment on all that you've endured and how it has shaped you. Doesn't this abundance feel even more meaningful, knowing the journey it took to get here? Embrace this season of abundance with confidence, knowing that it is not just a reward for your perseverance. It is your birthright. You were always meant to experience the fullness of joy, peace, and fulfillment. Sometimes the path was hard to see, but even in your darkest moments, the universe was working in your favor, aligning every detail to bring you to this moment. Romans 8:28 assures us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." How can you trust even more deeply now, knowing that everything is unfolding as it should? Let this new chapter fill you with a sense of gratitude and renewed purpose. Each step you take forward is a testament to the strength you've gained and the faith you've nurtured. As you walk into this season of unimaginable blessings, Ask yourself, how will you use these gifts to further your purpose? How will your abundance create opportunities for others to rise and thrive alongside you? Remember, this is only the beginning. The blessings you are stepping into now are not the final destination, but the foundation for even greater things to come. With each act of generosity, with every moment of gratitude, you align yourself even more deeply with the flow of divine abundance. Trust that the universe is conspiring to elevate you further, and take each step forward with joy, faith, and the unshakable knowledge that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Chosen one, the light on your path is brighter than ever, and the future ahead is filled with promise. Embrace it with open arms and an open heart, knowing that this season of blessings is the beginning of something extraordinary. How will you honor this gift, and what will you create with it? The possibilities are limitless, and the journey ahead is yours to shape. 7. Walking forward with confidence. The life you've earned. Chosen one, the long night has passed, and the dawn of a new reality is here. You have reached the end of the struggle that once defined your days, and now it's time to step forward with unwavering confidence. This is your moment to shine, to claim your power unapologetically, and to live the life you've always known was meant for you. The lessons you've learned, the strength you've cultivated, and the resilience you've built are not just remnants of the past. They are the tools that will guide you as you step boldly into this extraordinary chapter. This is more than the end of a difficult season. It's the beginning of something extraordinary. You are no longer shaped by the struggles that once weighed you down. Instead, you are defined by the way you rose above them, the way you turned adversity into purpose and challenges into stepping stones. Consider the words of 2 Corinthians chapter 4. Chapter 17, which remind us that our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. Every pain you endured has prepared you for this season of triumph. Do you see how far you've come? Your journey stands as proof of your greatness. The strength you've demonstrated, the faith you've held onto, and the transformation you've undergone are a testament to the person you are always destined to become. The universe has taken notice, and now it's responding with blessings tailored for you. Can you feel the shift? Can you sense that this new chapter is not just an ending, but a launching pad for your wildest dreams? As you move forward, let your heart remain open to new possibilities and keep your mind focused on the vision of your highest self. The worst is behind you, chosen one. Now is the time to dream even bigger, to imagine a future overflowing with abundance, joy, and purpose. This is not the time to play small or to doubt your readiness. You've proven to yourself and the universe that you are capable, deserving, and prepared for the greatness that awaits. The setbacks you once endured have served their purpose. They were not the final chapters of your story, but the foundation for the life you are now stepping into. Like gold refined in fire, you have emerged stronger, wiser, and more radiant than ever before. Isaiah 40:31 offers encouragement. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Isn't it time to spread your wings and soar into the abundant life that has been waiting for you? Celebrate how far you've come and don't be afraid to embrace the blessings now unfolding in your life. This is your time, chosen one. The pain, the doubts, and the struggles are over. They have refined and prepared you for this moment. What will you create with this newfound freedom and confidence? How will you allow your light to shine even brighter in the world? Step forward boldly, with gratitude in your heart and a vision for all that lies ahead. This is not just the beginning of a new chapter, it's the start of a life that reflects your highest potential. The best is yet to come, chosen one, and you are ready to receive it. Walk forward, not as the person you once were, but as the powerful, resilient, and extraordinary individual you have become. The life you've earned is here, waiting for you to embrace it fully. As we bring this message to a close, let's take a moment to truly embrace the depth of what God is doing in your life. You've endured battles that others could not even comprehend. You've faced storms that seemed endless, and you've walked through valleys where it felt like no light could shine. But here's the truth: you were never alone. God was there in every moment, orchestrating your story, preparing your heart, and strengthening your spirit. The end of your struggle is not just the conclusion of a painful chapter, it's the beginning of a victorious season designed specifically for you as one of God's chosen. This moment is a turning point. Just as Joseph moved from the pit to the palace, your trials are transforming into testimonies. God is about to elevate you in ways that will leave you and everyone around you in awe. Remember the promise of Romans 8:28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. That means nothing you've faced will be wasted. Every struggle has been part of your preparation for the blessings to come. If this message has touched your heart, inspired your spirit, or given you hope, I humbly invite you to support this ministry through a super thanks donation. Your generosity allows us to continue sharing these messages of faith and encouragement with a world that desperately needs them. And if you're not in a position to donate, please know that your presence here, your engagement, and your prayers are a blessing that cannot be measured. I thank each and every one of you, whether you give or not, for being part of this journey and for allowing these words to be a part of your day. Before you leave, I'd like to encourage you to take a few simple but impactful steps. Please like this video. It helps ensure more people are blessed by this message. Subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any future content filled with hope and God's truth. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know how this message has spoken to you or how God has been working in your life. And don't stop there. Share this video with someone who may be struggling, someone who needs to know that their battle is almost over. Together, we can spread the light of Christ to more hearts and lives. As you move forward, carry this truth with you. You are not only loved and chosen, you are victorious in Christ. Whatever has been holding you back is breaking. Whatever has weighed you down is lifting. This is the season where you will rise, not because of your own strength, but because God has ordained it. His hand is upon you, his favor surrounds you, and his love will never fail. Walk boldly into this next chapter, trusting that the one who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Philippians 1:6. May the Lord bless you, guide you, and grant you peace that surpasses all understanding. May his goodness and mercy follow you all the days of your life, and may your heart overflow with joy as you witness his promises coming to pass. Thank you for being part of this message, for your faithfulness, and for your willingness to seek God's truth. Until we meet again, may you remain steadfast, encouraged, and wrapped in God's love. Thank you for watching, thank you for supporting, and thank you for sharing in this journey of faith. I'll see you in the next video. Stay blessed, chosen ones, and never forget, you are deeply loved by the Creator of all things.